Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Good Trouble. My name is Demetrius Dew, and I'm the experiential learning coordinator here at Voorhees College. And we have created this conversation, this podcast, to bring students and also faculty, staff, and other members to come collaborate with us with conversations that are intellectual, that are engaging, and always educational. So today we have one of our presidential scholars with us, and I'm not sure if you guys know who she is, but I won't take any of her time because she has a very, very powerful, inspiring, and motivating story. So we have Miss Keyana Yeoman on with us today. Please introduce yourself to the people. Let them know who you are, where you're from, and what you have going on today.
Yes, sir. Hello, everyone. My name is Keyana Yeoman, and I'm from Leland, North Carolina. I am a sophomore, a presidential scholar, as he said, and I am a track and field runner here at Voorhees College.
So,
Majoring in mass communication, sorry.
no, you're fine. You're fine. Major in mass communication. We have a presidential scholar on the conversation with us today. As we know that being a presidential scholar can be very, very competitive. And so
Yes.
we want to shout out to all the scholars, presidential scholars, wherever you are, if you're listening, if you're watching. Thank you for being a competitive student. Thank you for being one that steps out in the forefront to make things
Yes.
happen. So, Keyana, today we want to talk about you. We want to talk about your successes. We want to talk about the things that you've done. We want to start off this conversation that today we're talking about high school. Before we get to Voorhees, let's talk about high school. We talked earlier about you having some college credits and how you kind of began to be an accelerated student. Talk
Yes,
about
sir.
that for a little bit. Just tell us
Okay.
about your experience.
Okay, so building up to my senior year, I have always took a lot of classes. So my senior year I only had one high school course to take. So my guidance counselor was like, maybe you should try to take some college courses to go ahead and prepare you for college. So my senior year, I had one high school course and I took two college courses with a community college from back home. And that was a math class and an English class to go ahead and get me started.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And so, how do you feel that you taking those courses prepared you or advanced you? How did it make your experience as a college student so far even better? In your words.
Okay. So by taking those college courses, it had prepared me. I knew what I was getting myself into. So taking those classes already had me prepared for college.
Gotcha. I understand. So I'm pretty sure that a lot of students can say the same. I've talked with some students and they said that because of them taking college courses, they also
Hmm.
were able to visit college campuses. And
Right.
so it made it like really comfortable, when they came around students, when they came around the campus environment, they said, "Hey, I'm used to this."
Yes.
Right? And maybe even learning virtually, I'm used to this too. And so they were able to kind of have like a woo-saw, when they
Right.
came on campus, they were kind of able to breathe, able to calm down, not
Yes.
look at things like it was so stressful. So I'm pretty sure that you were able to do the same.
Yes, sir.
And not only were you able to take college credits, but you're a student athlete,
I am. Yes, sir.
right?
Track and field.
You're a student athlete that's pretty competitive at what she does. And what inspired you to be an athlete? Who inspired you? So let's answer those two questions.
Always had lessons. Sorry, it was a lag.
You're fine.
Sports, whether it was basketball, softball, baseball. In middle school, I really fell in love with track and field. And my brother was in high school at the time, and he did hurdles. So I told myself, that is what I want to do. I'm going to be just like him. My brother inspired me to run hurdles in high school and in the collegiate level, at the collegiate. And here I am now running at Voorhees College.
So this is a family thing. This is
Yes.
it's something that runs in the blood. Being an
Yes, sir.
athlete, being competitive, wanting to win. That runs in the blood.
Yes, sir. It does. My little brother, he plays basketball. He didn't do track like us, but he's competitive as well. Basketball is his thing.
Got you. So now don't only just talk about you being competitive, but we talk about you being a pretty top tier athlete.
Yes, sir.
From
Yes,
my
sir.
understanding, you're number two, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but number two last year in the NAIA in the 100-meter hurdles.
So it was actually the 60-meter hurdles indoor season.
Okay.
Yes, we didn't get to compete last year in outdoor because of coronavirus, and I actually injured myself. I tore my ACL before outdoor season.
But you were number two in the NAIA
Yes, sir.
division, which
Yes, for
has
the 60
almost
meter hurdles.
60-meter hurdles, which has almost what 250 schools,
Yes, a lot of schools.
63,000 athletes, I think it said. Wow.
That's a lot. To
Yeah,
be number two, it's amazing. It was a very good feeling. I'm trying to get it back on top.
wow.
I'm working. Yes, sir.
So where were you when you got this information, and when somebody called you, text you? Did you see it on the internet when they said Keyana Yeoman, the number two 60-meter hurdle in the NAIA? Where were you when you received the information?
So I was actually at track practice.
Okay.
Coach Hugh, my track coach, he told me. So we were in front of like all the teammates and he let us all know I was number two. I was like, wow, oh my goodness, this is happening. Never would I have thought that I would come to college and become number two in our conference. It's amazing.
Ooh, wee, ooh.
Amazing.
Number
Yes, sir.
two. I mean, so how did you feel? What was this like a milestone accomplished? Was it like I knew I could do this? Like how what was going through your mind and your emotions at the time?
So it definitely was a milestone. In high school, I always placed like third or fourth at states and stuff.
Oh
But
wow,
to come to college and compete well and make it to the top is definitely a goal and an accomplishment.
wow. But
Yes,
still though, winning is not new to you. So you've been coming in first, second, or you said third and fourth since high school.
yes, at states. Yes, sir.
Wow, wow, pretty extreme. You're pretty top tier if you ask me. If you ask me, you're pretty top tier.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
So I have another question. How does you being an athlete, how does that correlate with you being an effective student? Does that help you at all?
Most definitely.
And let me ask you this way too, because there's a lot of students that may be watching, and we're all in this new virtual phase, right?
Right.
It's easy to be discouraged. It's easy to be
Hmm.
overwhelmed. I mean, you're looking at the computer a lot of the time. You may not be able to engage and socialize like you once have. So, how does being an athlete, or does being an athlete help you with being an effective student?
It does. Running track actually gives me a purpose.
Wow.
Yes. To run track, you have to have good grades. So I perform well in my classes so that I can continue to run track because I love track. So
Right.
track does give me a purpose. And I would say that my advice to the freshmen that have had difficulties with online learning, never give up, keep striving because you came this far for a reason. You have a purpose. Write down your goals and then believe, like the school's motto, begin, believe, become.
So let me ask this question though. You said in order to have good grades, sorry, in order to run track, you have to have good grades, right?
Yes.
But you have gone above and beyond. You just don't have good grades. You have great grades.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell the people what your GPA is right now? Because you don't have good grades. You have
So
great
my
grades.
GPA right now is actually a 3.6. 3.6, yes, sir.
Pretty top tier if you ask me. Pretty top
Yes,
tier if
sir.
you ask me, huh?
3.6. Top tier.
Top tier. So for you, running track is not just allowing you to get good grades, but great grades.
Great grades. Yes, sir.
Great grades. Oh my goodness.
It's the only way. The only way.
It's the only way.
Hmm.
So we're gonna have a quick little intermission. We're gonna have a commercial brought to the people today by Kellogg's. And so I'm gonna leave the screen for a minute, and so we're gonna have our commercial. If our Kellogg's representative, if they can come to the screen really quickly, that'd be awesome.
I'm here. Okay. Kellogg's. Where are my corn pops? We are all out of corn pops. I cannot believe you ate them all. How could you? Stay calm. All of that crunch, all of that sweet popcorn. I want them and I can't have them. Ugh, I gotta have my pops.
So that commercial was brought to you by Kellogg's, not really, quote unquote, you all. But we're going somewhere with this because Keyana is a mass communications major.
Yes, sir.
And so you doing monologues like you just did now, you're not new to doing that. Tell us about
No,
your
sir.
experience doing monologues and how even that right there came about, you being able to just kind of make it, take us to the moment, right?
Right. So when I was younger, my parents had me in commercial classes. So I would drive to Raleigh every Sunday and we would do scripts like that, Kellogg scripts, any kind of commercial that you could think of. I was working on my technique, working in front of the camera, being comfortable, relaxing. I also was an extra in a show called One Tree Hill and a
Wow.
movie called Bolden.
Right.
Yes.
So how was that feeling being an extra in a movie? Because a lot of students can't say that. I don't want us to just brush over you just saying that
Right.
you were in a movie like that. We just can't skip past that. You said that you were extra in a movie.
A
How
movie.
did that
Yes, sir.
feel?
It was definitely a one in a lifetime experience. I loved it. I couldn't believe that I had the opportunity to fly all the way to New Orleans to be an extra in a movie. It was pretty awesome. Had my own trailer, my own stage name. It was pretty awesome.
Wow.
Yes,
So
sir.
so when you think about your career now, what do you see yourself being? I know there's a lot of avenues that people can do because you've now been in a movie. You've
Right.
now taken commercial classes where you're working on your public speaking. What do you see
Sir.
Keyana Yeoman like? What do you see yourself doing? Maybe an actor? I don't know. Right? What do you see yourself doing?
So I want to be like the next Oprah Winfrey.
Oh my God!
Yes, from talk shows, being in movies, interviewing the next upcoming actresses and actors and anybody. I
Yeah,
want to be the next Oprah.
I love it. I love it. It sounds like you need your own podcast.
Yes, sir. I
That-
would love that.
Right. That's what it sounds like. Maybe we can invite you back on for you to host one of these podcasts. That's what it sounds like.
Most definitely. I would love that.
Yeah, I love it. So Keyana Yeoman, the athlete number 2 in the NAIA, she's an
Hmm.
actor. She may be signing autographs today. I don't know if you guys are available. You may have to catch her in the lobby or something, but she
Yes,
may
sir.
be signing autographs today. I don't know. She has a busy schedule. I know
Right.
she has practice 6 o'clock in the morning. She's an
Hmm.
athlete and she has practice in the evening. So let's talk about you now being the athlete. How competitive are you, would you say, on a scale from 1 to 10?
I would definitely say I am a 10. I'm
Whoa.
competitive at anything, whether it's in the classroom, in the workplace, on the track, wherever. I'm very competitive. I always want to be the best. Always try to be the best.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
So from 1 to 10, you would say that you are a 10. How
10, very competitive.
how would you say your 10 competitiveness goes into your practices as an athlete? Because I know you guys have some pretty intense practices in the morning. So how does that help you kind of get through practices and possibly even get through your injury right now?
Right. So I when I first tore my ACL, I was like, I don't want to go back to track. I don't want to do it. And I was thinking, this is what I want. I
Yeah.
want to be on top. I want to win. So I got back out there, went to rehab. Now I'm back in college. I'm in 6 a.m. practices, strengthening my leg. At track practice, I take it very seriously because this is what I want. I
Yeah.
want to win. I want that number 2 spot back.
Whoa.
I gotta have it.
And you heard that first from Keyana Yeoman. I like how you ended
Yes,
that.
sir.
That was sounding
Yes.
good to me. Yeah, yeah. I don't know who number 2 is right now, but she might need to
I'm
watch
coming
out.
for you. I'm coming
Woo!
for you. Yes,
Oh,
sir.
say it again, boy. Say it again, boy. I like that. Tell her, tell her,
Yes, sir.
tell her one more time. I need to hear that one more time.
I'm coming for you. Number 2 and number 1.
Wow, this is good.
Yes, sir.
I just had to pause in between. That was good. You put a little bit of in my heart just then. That was good. So
That competitiveness.
yeah, that's number 10 right there. This is good.
Mhm.
Let's go back because I know we're kind of coming up on the end of our conversation. Let's go back for a moment. So you are a presidential scholar,
I
sophomore.
am.
How was it in you like searching for institutions while you were a senior in high school? Did Voorhees always was it always on your mind, or how did that process go about?
So Voorhees was not in my top choice. I love Voorhees, but when I was in high school, I didn't know about the school. I never heard about Denmark, South Carolina. So when my coach came up to me and was like, Voorhees College is interested in you. I was like, okay, I've never heard of that. Tell me more. They were like, they're offering you a presidential scholarship and a chance to run track. I said, I'm all in. I'm there. This is what I want. A full ride, and I get to live out my dream and run track. This is what I want.
And so just out of nowhere, Voorhees comes, and now you have a full ride
Yes.
because of your GPA in high school, which was
A 3.8. Yes, sir.
a 3.8 in high school.
Hmm.
Now you have a full ride to Voorhees. You come to
Yes,
Voorhees. You're a great student. You have internships now lined up.
I do.
So now tell us about the 3.6 student that has an internship where and doing what? Can you share some of that with us?
Okay. So this summer, I will be attending an internship with the company Edge.
Yes.
I will be working on my marketing skills, which is different from mass communications, but marketing is a soft skill. So every company, every employer is looking for people who have soft skills, marketing being one. So
Yeah.
this is a great internship that I can put on my resume that will have me at the top. I will be looked at. And
Yeah.
I can't wait. This is an opportunity of a lifetime. The internship is actually in Utah.
Wow.
Yes, in Utah.
Wow. Wow. What made you desire an internship in Utah? Because I mean, for a lot of people, in certain cases, if an opportunity is not in your close surroundings,
Right,
then going maybe 3, 4, 5, 7, 8 hours away, may be a little bit intimidating. Why
right.
didn't that intimidate you?
So it didn't intimidate me because coming to Voorhees, I'm already 3 hours away from home.
Right. Correct.
So, and to have an opportunity to get out of any state and travel the world is a big accomplishment, and I just look forward to it. This is a one in a lifetime opportunity again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Would you say, and we're wrapping up now, but would you say that you have any mentors, any family members, anybody that has contributed to the Keyana Yeoman project and who you are and who you are becoming? Would you say you just want to shout them out really quickly before we end?
Yes, I would love to shout out all of my family that are watching, and I
Awesome.
would love to give a special shout out to my track coaches, Coach Dyson and Coach Byers, because they're the ones who brought me up and gave me the opportunity to continue my career in track at Voorhees College.
I love it. I love it. So I see we have something in the comments. It says number 1 and number 2, Keyana is coming for you.
Yes,
I
sir.
think,
I
I
love
think,
it.
I think that rhymes. If you can, Kiana, and I know I'm putting you on the spot, could you give us a quick monologue with that quote in it before you end? Just something off the top of your head, just kind of how you said earlier that you're coming to get your spot back. you're going through your process of not being injured anymore. Can you just do something for us really quick?
Okay. Number one and number two, Keyana is coming for you. I want my spot back, and that is that.
Wow. Wow. Drops the mic. Drops the
Drop the
mic.
mic.
Drops the mic. No, that's it. That was great. Keyana Yeoman is coming for you. Number one and number two. She's a great student. There's a lot of information that you shared today, and I believe that students will be able to glean from you. Let me ask this last question. Say
Yes,
if
sir.
a student is not an athlete, right? And they don't have that thing that's pushing them like you do,
Hmm.
as far as keeping their grades up, what would you kind of advise them to do? If they don't have sports, what other outlets can they kind of uh, get into or just use as a tool to help them in their academics?
Right. So there's a lot of opportunities on Voorhees College campus, a lot of groups that you can join. If you come to the library, they have a bunch of out outlets that you can join to keep you focused. It's a lot of opportunities on Voorhees College other than joining sports that'll keep you motivated.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. I love it. So we're going to end this conversation with, again, you all, if you haven't done so, we would love for you to share it. We would love for you to tell somebody that Keyana Yeoman has graced us. She's an actor. She's an athlete. She's number two in the NAIA. She was
Yes, sir.
last. She's coming for her spot. And so this has been a great conversation. If you want to go back and watch it, it'll be available both Facebook and on YouTube. So we thank you for watching. John Lewis said best. He said that if you're going to get in any trouble, make sure that you get in good trouble, necessary trouble. I believe that Keyana Yeoman is getting in some good and
Good
necessary
trouble.
trouble. So, Keyana,
Yes.
any last words before we end today?
Thank you all for watching, and thank you, Mr. Du, for this incredible opportunity. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we look forward to seeing great things from you. Everybody, have a great day. We'll talk to you again soon.